What's going on? What's going on? This is Broke Genius. I'm just doing some late night conversation. I call it basically self improvement talk. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and I'm just gonna talk about basically Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and then also my wealth paradigm that I created on my last Wealth Live. Gonna be talking about that tonight. And then I'm also going to be transparent because pretty much that's what I do. I'm not I'm not necessarily giving you everything about ins and outs of what's going on with my life, but all I can say right now is I got a little smile on my face, man. And it's a genuine smile because basically I've been working on this bottom level right here. So I am doing pretty good. I've gotten a better living situation. I'm paying out the wazoo for it, but got a better living situation and don't have to worry about a lot of stuff that I kind of had to concern myself with before. Pretty much it's just me. I mean, on my own. Just to be a little transparent, I was living with family members. Um, and then what happened was like basically I was living with my sister. Okay. So she passed away. Actually she had like high blood pressure. She actually passed away of it was COVID related. So she passed away a few months ago. And she had four daughters, and I was basically living with them. And it was just a lot going on. In hindsight, I would just say that I should have probably moved out as soon as like after she passed away to kind of like just kind of break away and give my nieces time to get themselves together and grieve and deal with things, but it took a little while. I guess I was, you know, I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of like try to mull situations over because I just be like trying to make it like make sense as far as financially. But sometimes, I'll say this as far as this second level here in this Maslow's chart. So Maslow's hierarchy of needs is the bottom chart here, this bottom picture here, and then this wealth paradigm is at the top, of course. But I was basically trying to kind of, let's say, I was trying to hold on to like money and more money in my mind. I save more by just kind of transitioning from where I was living to just, basically go to um finding my own place, which I ultimately, had to do. So the thing is that sometimes, like basically, to for the betterment of your health and your even your family, it's best to you go your like separate ways. Like if you're like, what I'm saying, thinking, oh well, if I stay with moms and what I'm saying, I gotta deal with all of the stuff that moms I gotta deal with, or whoever. It's sometimes a lot of times best if you just pay a little bit more or even substantially more um to just go out and go on your own, because it's just like right now. I mean, you know, I'm watching this football game. It looks like Minnesota. Surprisingly, man, they look like they might come out with the win tonight. They're up currently with about looks like about less than 10 minutes left. So my cousin, he'll be happy about that. But I mean, basically, man, I got my own little place, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's quiet. I can control everything about it. And I got some lumber and some materials for my house. And I met with one of the carpenters that's gonna help me frame my house. So, you know what I'm saying? I got the house, and then I, got a place that I could transition to, that I've transitioned to basically. And I mean, I pretty much jumped higher up the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, basically, just dealing with my own bullshit, dealing with my own problems. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by self improvement. I mean, one of the core things that I pretty much talk about is self improvement. I mean, you know, even in my journey of self improvement, I had to remind myself, hey man, you got to do something about this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I was literally, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was very stressed because, like, I would basically, I was working from home, and from working from home, I would basically, I had to do my job role, basically tech support, and I had to do everything from home. And primarily, it's not like it was like a 24-hour, call center or anything like that. It wasn't like high traffic. Some days it was, but ideally, yeah, you want the surroundings to be quiet. You want your own environment to be like copacetic, so you can pretty much work from home peacefully as possible, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand what's going on, right? So it's a pandemic, it's coronavirus, COVID-19. I get it. People are working from home still, and then they have children. You can't necessarily 100% control your children all the time, but you can. I mean, a lot of times people let their kids punk them. Like in the case of my nieces, I couldn't. I really felt like I didn't really have too much say so in the matter of me being stern to some 20-year-olds or 19-year-olds or whatever. Because here's the thing: how much dog do you think I have in a fight with talking about telling someone to do anything when I'm staying with them. I was staying with their mother. Their mother passed away. They're there. So it's like, how would I look pretty much, telling them anything? So a lot of times what I did was basically I would just I would just basically just dealing with everything kind of on some like simp type stuff because, well, yeah, because I was like basically cooking, and well, not so much cooking. I was cleaning up the kitchen, cleaning the dishes, well, basically just putting them in the dishwasher. I mean, the secret is I don't know what it is about like black people, primarily black women and dishwashers. Like because they don't think it's getting that the dishes get perfect, they don't want to use them. And that's another thing, and that goes into another thing with black people that they have a problem working with each other. Black people have this perfectionist model. So, for example, like a lot of times, black people don't like each other or don't work with each other in certain business decisions, even personal decisions, when they don't agree with everything 100%. So, here's the flip side of like what other people do or other groups, right? You have other groups of people, like let's say Asians, Caucasians, Middle Eastern people. They'll agree on 10% of something, and that's enough for them to go into business, make a decision, and it's totally fine, right? But they'll disagree on 90%, but they just agree on the main 10% of what they think is on something. That's enough for them to deal with each other. But black people, like, okay, they for some reason we just have a perfectionist mindset where if it's like 10%, we'll agree on 90% of things, but then 10% that we don't agree, and that's enough to just call everything off or whatever. But back to what I was saying as far as dishwashers. So here's a secret with washing dishes, black women or whoever that don't deal with washing dishes or using the dishwasher. Okay, the secret is to my fellow black people with with dishwashers that just sit and just grow spider webs in the kitchen. It's two things with a dishwasher. Okay, one is you need to have high quality soap. So primarily Cascade. I'll just say Cascade. And that's one thing. You need some good high quality dishwashing detergent. The second thing is you need to put if the dishes are very like, you know, have a lot of, I guess, grime or whatever to them, you have to put the temperature to put the washing method to high temp. So when you put it on high temp wash, there you have it. You pretty much most of the dishes will be clean. Now, if some of the dishes like are very soiled or whatever, at the very least, when you get them out the dishwasher, you don't have to do that much as far as to like. All you have to do is maybe just do some light scrubbing, maybe soak the pot that is very heavily, let's say, you know, soiled or whatever with food debris. All you have to do is just soak it, and then, basically maybe put a little vinegar in the water or whatever, even soap, and then just basically scrub it off with a Brillo pad or whatever, and there you have it. But I say all that to say that I was basically cleaning up the kitchen, taking out the garbage. I was trying to like do things that my sister did, like such as I was leaving water, buying. I was even buying like, the like, like napkins, buying cups, buying, paper plates and stuff like that, plastic utensils. I was doing that to just basically kind of, cuz my sister would do that, So, but the thing that my sister did do, and they know better than that, like my sister primarily was on them about any dish that was left in the sink. She didn't tolerate, she hated. Matter of fact, I would say that might have led to some of her stress. She hated to have a dirty kitchen, stuff laying everywhere and all of that. You know what I'm saying? She didn't tolerate that one bit. But the thing is that I didn't say nothing about it because, like I said, I don't feel like I had a dog in the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I just pretty much, to keep peace, to keep things moving, I just pretty much clean the kitchen. They know I was cleaning the kitchen. They ain't even, say, "Oh, thank you, Uncle, for cleaning my dishes that I left out," because I don't like to wash dishes right away, until like I have to because I want to cook. I mean, I got nothing from that, but whatever. You know, the thing is that right now I'm in a better situation. I don't have to worry about that. And then the music. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, I know I'm older. And then most of the young artists that are between the age of 18 to 25, I'm not gonna like, because pretty much most of the time I'm not rocking with them. I don't like them. I don't like what they talking about. You know, I mean, the music primarily seems very toxic, but I ain't gonna lie, it is some musicians that are young that I do like. Because one thing about musicians or music, you have people that are geniuses within music, right? That, because I'm very heavily into music. If you really explore my channel, I have playlists and stuff like that. So I'm very much into music. But what I'm saying is basically that you have people that are young that they put out good music, okay? Because primarily I think that they just, kind of musical geniuses like a Kanye, or like I'll give an example of a few youngsters that I really be like, wow, this, I really like this guy or this woman or whatever. So um I like pretty much Sway Lee. I think Sway Lee is definitely a musical genius. I would even say, shoot, he pretty much he kind of like he kind of like rivals Kanye West in certain ways, because some of his, if you look at some of his productions, some of the music that he produced, he got like over 1 billion views on YouTube views on some of his music that he actually produced. So and then there's another dude, young dude, Roddy Rich. And as far as women, I mean, I don't know as far as the age, but I like the musician, the singer, her, I even like the I forgot the chick's name, but I think she was in a relationship with the dude called London on the Track. I don't necessarily know the name, but I like her. I like some young artists or whatever. I like them. I just discovered, to be honest, I be kind of slow to stuff, but I just discovered Bryson Tiller today. I mean, I heard that name, I've heard the music, but it just kind of hit me, man. Like, damn, because I saw interview that he did on, actually, you know, uh, ironically, on the YouTube channel Genius. Okay, so he did an interview, and I was like, all right, who is this dude, Bryson Tiller? Man, I saw some of his music videos, and I heard him before because my sister used to always listen to it, and then I would listen to it. It was pretty much songs that was played on the radio. So I was like, wow, okay. So, and it was a couple cuts that I didn't even hear on the radio. But no, I say that all that to say, man. I mean, I rocks with the young folks too. But the thing is like, it's a lot of the music my nieces would listen to. Oh my God, it used to drive me crazy. And then, it just, they would just kind of be like playing the music while I was at work still. I'm working from home, and then, I'm not really a morning person, I would say. I'm more of a, I would say, I'm more of a, my ideal probably work hours is like, if I could just work, I would work 11 to probably about 7 or 8. I'm more of like that. Like, I'm not really a 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. guy or a 9 to 5 guy. Like, I do it for the money. I can do it, but I don't necessarily like it. Now, me actually having ambitions to actually be a day trader, a trader, I'm definitely going to have to be up, even if I was on my own, in order to trade within those hours. But I don't necessarily, like to be up, like working like that, like, like actually having people call me and I have to help them and all of that type of stuff. I don't necessarily have a problem with actually having a lifestyle of a day trader, but just actually having a job where I have to, like, you know, help everyone and their problems and deal with tickets and all of that type of stuff during the hours of 8 a.m. to 5, I would rather not. But I mean, I say all that to say I was going on Women of the Past. I say all that to say that, yeah, they were just basically, I was I was just going through it, because basically what I'm saying is, when I got off of work, I was extremely tired. I was like really, really tired when I got off work. and then they would stay up late, and then next thing you know, when I as soon as I'm getting off the clock about like 3, 4 o'clock, it's party time for them because they was up all night, and they get up like about 11. They were literally living the lifestyle like I want without the money. But I mean, it's like basically they were getting up like 11, start cook breakfast, and then my like grandniece and grandnephew, oh my god, they would just cry about every little thing. Like, I mean, they just constantly be crying, man. And I understand, but at the same time, it's like, um, yeah, I just had to kind of like, exit stage left on all of that. And that's what I'm talking about. I mean, basically self-improvement talk. Women of the past, night is creepy. What do you mean about night is creepy? Are you just saying like just like at night it just gets kind of creepy? If that's what you mean, I totally agree. Especially when it gets cold. Oh my God. Like here, I mean, in the Midwest, when it gets cold and it's snow on the ground, it gets very, very, very creepy. Um, and then you see the woods, and then you go through these like little streets, and you going through the forest, and it's like all the snow on the ground, and it's nighttime. It's very, very creepy. And then there's another thing is like, man, you driving through the forest, and then it's nighttime, it's snow on the ground and everything. And it's like, man, what if you get stranded and you out in the middle of the night in the forest, and it's like wintertime, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if your car stopped? So it's like, yeah, man, nighttime. I'll say the nighttime in the winter is kind of creepy. It's the creepiest to me. But yeah, I mean, basically, I pretty much, I'm getting everything. I had to get a storage unit, and then I had to get my stuff, and then I'm pretty much, man, just I'm out that situation. What do you think about Colorado specifically around the metro areas? It's snowing but nice. I've never been to Colorado. I actually had a smidget of thought of actually trying to go. I mean, I remember I used to watch Dumb and Dumber. That's like one of my favorite movies. Actually, I haven't been to this show. Me and my sisters. So I have two sisters. One of my sisters passed away. The oldest passed away. But we ain't go to the show that much other than like when we went with like family. But at one particular time, we were all in high school together. So I was a freshman in high school. My sister was a senior, and then my other sister, she was a junior. So at one year, my freshman year, '94, my all my sisters, both my sisters, and I think one of their friends, we went to go to the show to see Dumb and Dumber. Oh my God! I mean, that movie, I mean, it's like a classic. I mean, it's like a legend. It's like in the top 100 movies of all time, if you ask me, because one thing that about that movie that was very kind of like what you're talking about with Colorado. That's where they were going. And my dream is to go to Colorado, go to Aspen, and just be like so rich, right? So wealthy that yeah, I can literally live that like Aspen, Colorado lifestyle where I can get one of those like, nice little cabins, and have me a you know Porsche truck or whatever, pull up to my little cabin in Aspen, and then I don't know. I've never even skied before, and just that whenever I think about Colorado, I think about that movie, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I mean, Dumb and Dumber. You definitely need to watch that. You definitely will laugh. I'm sure you will laugh. Jim Carrey, that was like one of his like breakout movies. I mean, he already had a breakout with I think it was Pet Detective and I think The Mask. But the Dumb and Dumber is definitely it is one of those movies, man. I mean, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is definitely one of those movies. That movie is crazy. I mean, another one that if you haven't watched is me and my cousin's favorite movie is I think it's called damn, what's the name? I gotta find it. I gotta find the name of that movie. I wanna say it's The Getaway. It's with the dude that basically he's in the show The Office. Um and basically no, it's not The Getaway. Um the dude he always says retard. I mean, he literally said retard in the movie. Um let me see here. Let me see if I can find that movie. The title of it. Uh Now I gotta freaking do some research. I mean, it's been so long. Okay, so the dude from The Office was in the movie, so I gotta find the cast, and then because he played like the dentist, and yeah, Ed Helms. So I gotta find out what movies he been into, and then it should come up. Okay, yeah, The Hangover. Yeah, that's it. So The Hangover is like one of like one of the most funniest movies, man. As well. It's like in that same type of like it's like an adventure slash comedy with friends. So you definitely, if you haven't watched The Hangover, you need to watch that, and then you also need to watch Dumb and Dumber. Now they got Dumb and Dumber 2. I think I watched that, but I don't think I liked it. The first Dumb and Dumber is definitely a classic. It's the Dumb and Dumber 2, I don't know. I have to see that again or whatever cuz I don't really even remember it, but definitely Dumb and Dumber is definitely funny. I mean, people need to watch comedy because a lot of times people be so serious, they be so hard up, and they need a good laugh. You know what I'm saying? But the reason you mentioned Colorado, I couldn't help but that's my only reference to Colorado. Unfortunately, is that movie Dumb and Dumber because I mean, black folks don't be going to Colorado like that. I know it is black people in Colorado. Matter of fact, one of the richest the black men in the United States is actually from Colorado, Robert Smith. But I've never been to Colorado. Black people don't typically make any movies about going to Colorado. So that is the only cultural reference I have to Colorado is that movie Dumb and Dumber, and it's a lot of military bases in Colorado. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. I ain't gonna talk too much further than that because I ain't trying to have nobody come see me and call me. But yeah, that's that. But far as what I hear about Colorado, real estate is booming in Colorado. Okay, that's what I've heard as far as in Colorado. But back to the self improvement talk. I just had to give that update. I mean, I'm in the red. you know, I mean, not to say that I was really down here. Like, here's the thing: people be like, man, you broke, man. I hope you ain't broke. Or, I hope you got some money, and this, that, and the third. Now, I'm gonna be transparent because I've already been transparent. Now we're gonna talk about money, okay? Now, here's the thing. I literally if I mean when I'll say on one of my videos where, okay, like if you go back to like 2 years or a year and a half of my videos, I was literally right here. I literally went from right here to way up here. Okay. So as far as income, I mean, I'll just say right here, I'm in the bum category, broke up and coming millionaires in this wealth paradigm. And you know, pretty much I if I worked, like I say, if I just dedicated to basically working my 9 to 5, and then really being focused from like being, because really what you ideally need to do, for any person that has a business on a side business, as long as having a job, um you want to work your 9 to 5, and then when you get off of work from 5 to 12 towards your side businesses. Okay, SS excels, bro. How do you quit weed forever? Ain't no junkie, but sure is hard quitting. I keep doing breaks. I'm 21, started smoking at 16. Man, well, here's the thing, okay? So, I you know, I come off very corporate because I've been working in corporate America for over 10 years. Some people probably be like, I probably sound, I don't necessarily say I don't think I sound white, but I definitely don't talk like no straight country or ghetto dude. Now I can go walk down the street the hood. I literally bought a property in the hood. I can fit in the hood in the struggle all day long. I'm very versatile. I'm more like kind of like when I was kind of talking with some other guys, they were talking about the sigma, where the sigma can go from alpha to low to beta, to anywhere in the alpha spectrum to the lower spectrum. Like that's kind of how I am sometimes. Like I can go in the hood, hang out, and know how to act in the hood, and then I can actually go to an upper class neighborhood and know exactly how to act. I've done it before because I installed cable in an area primarily where you had to it was rich people. Some of the customers were rich people. You had to install cable for. I'm talking about millionaires or whoever. And I can go that wide. Like it's no big deal to me. Because another thing is I don't worship. I talk a lot about money, but actually I don't worship money because it's not really. I really, if you have a lot of money, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have the golden ticket to a world of I mean, money doesn't necessarily fix everything, but it's not like I don't necessarily worship money. So it's like I say all that to say, like when I look at people that if I'm around somebody as a millionaire, I'm like, oh, okay, whoop de doo, oh, you're a millionaire. Like now as me trying to get up the higher level of success, I'm actually trying to get to know more people that are millionaires and higher because primarily um I'm trying to better myself, but basically I say all of that to say I the thing is in my state in Illinois, weed is legal. Okay, now it's certain aspects that I ain't gonna really get into because I ain't trying to damn myself out or nothing, but I started smoking weed when I was 15. Okay, I was selling weed when I was 16. Okay. So, I mean, I've always been somewhat of a hustler. Now, I've never sold no cocaine, never used no cocaine. Okay. Never sold no crack, I mean, but I've actually, when I was in high school, I had I had bought like, I think like an ounce or something like that. And I was selling nickel bags and dime bags. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I might come off like a nerd or a geek or whatever, but I'm really not. I'm a techie, and that's recently. Like I've probably been a techie for, yeah, for a while because my uncles were techies and stuff like that, kind of nerds. My uncle's kind of a nerd, but the thing is that because the black community, the black culture, a lot of it is thug culture, the rap music and stuff like that. So I've been around a lot of my peers. They were thugs, players, max, hustlers, gang bangers. You know what I'm saying? And then jocks and all that. Cause like I said, I've been around a lot of people, but primarily I was around jocks and thugs and players and stuff like that. So when I was 16, like I say, I was I was I was basically, watching. I was selling weed. Definitely, I started smoking weed when I was 15. I smoke weed now. I don't smoke that much. I mean, I actually went to the last time I went to this because basically I sell CBD oil, and I've started putting THC in my own personal CBD. So I was actually, this is something that I've recently been doing. But as far as weed, the last time I went to the dispensary, I bought like a 3.5 grams of some like weed or whatever. It's very, very good. It's called Pillow something. I think it's just called Pillow, but I mean, basically, the weed was like over $50. Very expensive. And yeah, I still have a little bit left, and that was like that was a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was like 3 weeks ago, and yeah, I smoke weed. The broke G smokes weed. Yes. Um, you know, I'm 40 years old. I've been smoking since I was 15. I haven't now. It's been times where I haven't. So I went on a sabbatical from age 25 till I just started smoking probably like what last year. So you want to say from 25 to 39, I wasn't smoking no weed. Okay, so it's like a recent type of thing. So I went I went damn near over 10 years without smoking weed. I definitely say you should probably go on a sabbatical if it's like getting too crazy for as long as you can. But weed is a relaxer. It's a depressant. So, you just a lot of times if you're amped up and you like really pumped up, you take like even CBD oil that I sell, it actually it relaxes you. But the THC, when I put it in my CBD oil, it relaxes me. It kind of helps me sleep sometimes when I'm like kind of like amped up. Um, you know, I don't think it's really too much wrong as long as you can control things. um if it's something that you're doing that you like harming yourself and others, like, yeah, definitely cool your bricks with that. But you got people that smoke weed, man, for like years, man, for decades, and don't have no problems. I mean, like Snoop Dogg, he literally, I think he's like a freaking Rastafarian, and Rastafarians, they use marijuana as like damn near a religion, as like a religious type of thing. So, I mean, I'm not on that. I just primarily, I mean, my one of my business is called Al's Herbs. So it's really not hard to believe. Like, now I don't really talk about my herb business that much because I have another channel, and I'm gonna start like talking about like different videos as far as my herb business, but it's still up and running. I just primarily sell a lot of natural Viagra pills. Oh damn, my cousin, he gonna be sad as hell because the Vikings just lost by 1 point to the Seahawks. But yeah, yeah, I pretty much, you know what I'm saying. I just think as long as you have control over it, because see, here's the thing. Like a lot of times, people kind of like, weed was supposed to be legal back in the '70s. Because what happened was it was supposed to be legal. They were talking about legalizing it in the late '70s, but what happened? Crack cocaine and cocaine started to come on the scene, and it just kind of like messed up weed. Like it took marijuana's fame and threw it in the trash can because it like just they just lumped all drugs together. Once cocaine came on the scene and crack cocaine, they just was like all drugs are bad. Drugs, 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 all drugs. And it's like, no, weed is different than cocaine. Cocaine is a stimulant. And I've never did cocaine other than probably if I did do it, they probably mixed it in with weed. And that's why I stopped smoking weed when I was 25 and whatnot. Actually, before when I was younger than that, because you would buy street weed and they'll mix in PCP and heroin, and you don't know what you getting because these like snakish these snaky dudes that sell weed, they would put all of these like additives to the marijuana My bag. I lost my signal. I think I should be good to go now. Let me check to make sure everything is still up. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. Hmm. I don't know what the hell happened. Let me see here. So I don't even actually hear. Oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Uh. Yeah, I had lost my signal. But yeah, I mean, like I said, when I was in college, I used to smoke weed before my exams, and I used to do very well in college. Like, you know, I was doing not that much, but I used to actually buy. I had like a weed. I had like when I was in when I was in college, I had two weed spots. I mean, I was like, yeah, I was literally I was into weed. Like I used to smoke weed when I was in college. Like I was like 18, 18. Yeah. I used to smoke weed. When I was in college, man, I did good too. Did pretty good in college. Um I stopped when I got when I got out of the Navy, and even before I went to the Navy, I stopped because, like I said, I think they put a lot of stuff in weed. Like you'll just think you'll be smoking just weed. Like most people when they buy weed, they just trying to buy weed. They not trying to buy no Takal, which Takal is pretty much backwards for lace it. They're not trying to buy no lace weed, because some of these people, some of these dudes, man, be so much snakes. Like I say, they be selling weed and putting stuff in the weed, trying to get future crackheads. You know what I'm saying? So, I stopped buying street weed. But back to self improvement. What I want to talk about is basically, like I say, people be like, man, this dude, like, why you call yourself the broke genius, or you broke, or you ain't got no money, and blah blah blah. I mean, here's the thing, right? And I mentioned this in my wealth video, which was Wednesday. I'm here, right? I'm in the bums category, 30 to 60K, okay? So I'm okay. I mean, I have children though, so it's not I got a lot of expenses, you know what I'm saying? And then now my expenses is going up because the free, living with family type stuff that's over with. So I have basically my expenses is shot up because I'm up this on here too, like on the Maslow's chart. I'm right here on the second level, trying to get up here to the blue. Um, and I think this definitely the reason why I put these two pictures side by side with each other, they correlate because the thing is that I do think that it correlates with this at the top, this wealth paradigm at the top as well. I if I work a little bit, if all goes well, you know, and I can get a few cash apps, I could be a Henry pretty much, which is high earner, not rich yet. So it's people I listen to that inspire me. Like, for example, shout out to Mr. Research. I think I'm not sure what Mr. Research is, as far as I think he's primarily a high value guy, because I think he mentioned he makes over $100,000. Because one thing I do like about Mr. Research, because I ain't gonna even lie, like I've been away from YouTube for a long time, but he changed the name of his actual channel name because he used to be Mr. Research, and you just search on YouTube Mr. Research, and then he'd pop up. But then I found out that he went by some other, it's kind of like Afrocentric name, and then I was like, oh, okay, that's Mr. Research. Okay, cool. So it's like I think Mr. Research is high value, but he don't probably give himself enough credit. But I think he's more of high value. I don't think he might be a Henry, but I'm thinking more of he's on the high value side from the stuff he talks about because he's very transparent. Because here's the thing. Now, I do think Kevin Samuels is definitely an elite, but he's not necessarily transparent either. I mean, he ain't giving no figures about how much he actually brings in or how much he made last year. But don't get me wrong, I do think he's definitely an elite person. Okay, he's not even high value. He's an elite because I think after you have dealt with all of this stuff here, you are in the self mastery type of self improvement stage where you're a master. You can teach people. You pretty much you know what I'm saying. You It's like that Kanye West song. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Um he pretty much once you're on this top tier here with the elite phase, you're self-mastered. You whatever your professional or whatever you've done in life, you pretty much you're at the top of the mountain. You're at the top of the peak. You can basically teach down. You like Moses, like you can lead people, to the mountaintop as well. Like that once you're on that top level, you can do that. Cause see, here's the thing. This is why a lot of people have problems. Like you got people that been complaining, and it's like, okay, you got people that are elite people and even high value people that complain, okay. But but here's the thing, right? And they might be complaining for other reasons, but the thing is that a lot of people that complain, I'd have to say that they are on this bottom level here where they're, bums. They probably don't even look at themselves as bums, right? Or, in this category, even. And, they just, people are not transparent. I mean, that's fine. But, here's the thing when you're trying to talk to people and you're having a channel and you Okay. Do you can you hear me, God? Can you hear me now? Let me see. Let me check to see if my sound is working. I don't know why my sound is going off. Let's see here. Should work. I don't know. Let me see here. Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay, I'm good to go. I don't know where I was. I don't know where I was like basically. You know, I don't know where I was, but let me see here. So yeah, yeah. So you know, but oh yeah, you don't like Kevin. What is it that you don't like about Kevin? Kevin Samuels. I'm just curious. I mean, let me see. You don't like his you don't like self improvement or what he talks about, or I don't necessarily know. What do you dislike about Kevin? Is he just too tough, or um I'm curious to know. But I mean, back to what I was saying about self improvement. I mean, yeah, like I say, I mean, I definitely, I kind of more or less vibe with Mr. Research, I would say, because the thing about Mr. Research is that he's not necessarily like, okay, here's the thing. I like Kevin. I like the Candyman, right? You know, um, but Kevin obviously he is 100% trying to be. He's a YouTuber. He's a professional YouTuber. Okay, Mr. Research ain't he like me? He ain't no professional YouTuber. He want the best he can out of YouTube. Don't get me wrong, we all do, but he does it because he wants to do it. He's not necessarily doing it because he's trying to build some type of like brand that is like big brand or anything like that. Like his ambitions of YouTube is not like Kevin. Okay, I mean Mr. Research and Kevin is like two different people, but they are on a higher tier of this wealth paradigm. Okay, even myself, I would have to say, because I mean I bring something more to the table other than, I can talk about like relationships and the pussy dick conversation too, but I bring my intellect and my knowledge and my wisdom to the table, and pretty much I can pretty much like just kind of jab over a lot of these people, because I mean a lot of times people don't even talk about this right here, this Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And this is literally the self improvement, um like freaking just playbook right here, because I mean like I was saying before, my sound, um oh, you don't like the cologne, the suits, uh let's see here, let me zero in on that. Okay, you don't like the suits and all of that stuff. I think it's more important to focus on work ethics. Oh, well, like that's what I was saying. Basically, now the thing is like Kevin is a YouTuber, okay? He is a professional YouTuber. Okay. He definitely he's very focused on his YouTube business, okay? Now he does other business outside of YouTube, but he is a professional YouTuber. There's other people that are professional YouTubers, okay? So a lot of the people that I subscribe to, they are professional YouTubers. Like it's people that are on YouTube. Okay, for example, Mr. Beast is a professional YouTuber. He started off doing Minecraft videos when he was like 12 and 13 or whatever. But he transitioned to being a professional YouTuber. He makes millions of dollars, millions upon millions of dollars. Even his friends are rich because he is rich. Like he giving them like most of a lot of his little giveaway videos or contest videos is his friends doing the contest. You know, who gets to who the last person that put their hand on the Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? That those are his friends. So one of his friends gonna get the Lambo, and then pretty much, if you ain't noticed and put the dots together, all of them gonna be in the Lambo because they all friends. I mean, so pretty much. I mean, you got Mr. Beast, you got it's quite a few people on YouTube that are primarily because of how whatever strategies they've used and whatever pretty much what they focus their energy and time with over time they gathered their channel up to be a professional YouTuber for whatever reason. um a lot of times people just like, for example, if I if I did the research, I don't even remember how many subscribers I had 3 years ago. Okay, but all I know is I went through a problem. I went through a lot of problems, and I had one video. I mean, literally, you can have a couple viral videos, and you can have a whole bunch of subscribers. Okay, like I mean, I literally went. I My channel was dormant for a long time. I had another channel where I was doing some stuff. And then I had a couple videos on health, one on water. My most viral video is with me talking about vinegar, and I got like 10,000 views. That was my own little organic video that got the most views. Now, I had another video of a woman talking about how to cure herpes. That video is on my other blog, brokegenius.blogspot.com. Now, that video got pulled, but that video got over 100,000 views, so many comments or whatever. For whatever reason, I don't know. A lot of people were really interested into that. When I looked at my channel, all of a sudden I had over 5,000 subscribers. Okay, I got more subscribers than some people that do way more numbers than me as far as, making money. I don't make that much money off of YouTube, but I got more subscribers than a lot of people that do make a lot of money off of YouTube. So just because you got subscribers don't necessarily mean you got money. But the thing is that what I'm trying to say is that I can just basically kind of luck up or whatever the case may be. You look up, I'm a damn professional YouTuber, because all I got to do is make some goddamn money. If I make money, I'm gonna be a professional YouTuber. You gonna see my ass come on with suits and goddamn candle lights and in a backdrop. I can do all that shit and then some because I work in technology. I could put the best camera, the best computer, the best everything. I already know how to get all that shit, and I know I can set it up because I do it for a living. But the thing is that if I made money, I'd be a professional YouTuber. So I ain't necessarily. I'm not discrediting anybody that is a professional YouTuber, but Mr. Research ain't like he ain't primarily focused on YouTube like Kevin Samuels is. That's all I'm saying. So I can relate more to Mr. Research because one, I'm closer financially to Mr. Research than I am to Kevin. Okay, Kevin is way up here on the top of the pyramid here of this wealth paradigm. Okay, I'm more closer to Mr. Research and I'm more relatable to Mr. Research than Kevin. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think that without, the strives that I make, the things that I'm doing in life, I don't think I'm far away from actually being on an elite level. Um, you know, I'm working towards that, but like I say, I mean, I have yet to hear Kevin's financial um actual income, or or what I'm saying, how much money they made last year or anything like that. Now, I don't watch him every night and all of that. He might have already said that, but I ain't never heard that. But I've heard Mr. Research mention, his receipts or whatever, as far as how much he made or whatever. And I've definitely, like I say, I'm in the second tier here, broke up becoming millionaires. I'm transparent in what I've earned or whatever. Now, the thing is that what I was saying, backtrack to what I was saying before I got into all of this. A lot of people that be complaining, like I said before, as far as self improvement, if you're teetering on the red spear and you're, only making, like, let's just correlate it to, you're a bum, okay? You only make 30 to 60K. Now, you doing okay. It's better than being on the bottom making zero to $20,000 a year. But the thing is that you of course you're still going to have problems with relationships, because your foundation, you're at the low point of the foundation. So I mean, when you're on this low level, you're going to have problems with relationships, primarily because, especially, I mean, here's the thing, like I say before, women, once you get to this top level here, where you're making over $200,000, you got over $1 million in the bank. Women are a commodity. Don't, no disrespect to you women of the past, but women are pretty much someone that you can pretty much buy. You can purchase, like, meaning it's a few ways you can do it, right? So let's say I woke up tomorrow and I got $1 million in my bank account. Will I quit my job? Probably not yet. No, I'm not just gonna quit my job. Now, what will I do as far as in relations to buying a woman? What I could do is I could go get an office. I can literally have around, I can, okay, build up an office with my businesses that I already have, by the way, and I can hire from starters a secretary, or the professional term for a secretary now is an administrative assistant. So I can literally put a job ad on Indeed for an administrative assistant, and then I can have a whole bunch of round of interviews. Okay, so okay, you got your name on Indeed. Okay, shoot, women of the past is cracking up. She know what I'm talking about. So you got your name on Indeed. So you already kind of can search for these people. Kind of, you can kind of figure out the ones you gonna call or not. So let me let me go into who I would pretty much. Let me go. Where is let me go. Damn, where can I go to find pretty women? Let me see here. Um, let's look up some pretty women. Like, I don't know, and it ain't necessarily pretty women or whatever. All that. Um, let's just go to Model Mayhem. I hope I don't get sued or nothing. But let's go to let's go to Model Mayhem or whatever. All right. So, okay, for starters, okay. So let's just say this woman that, hopefully she doesn't sue me. Okay. I'm just stating my case. She's 23 years old. She's an exotic looking model, primarily, Spanish or whatever. She says she got Spanish heritage. Now I can hire her, pay her, $10 an hour, 12, maybe 12. Okay, I'm a millionaire. I'll pay her $12. Okay, fair enough. $12 an hour. to to basically answer. I'll make up the job description because I actually will. The funny thing is, actually, it kind of goes into. See, here's the thing. Now, I've never been a pimp. Okay. Now, Mr. Research has confessed that he used to be a pimp. Okay. He also used to sell drugs, he said. Now, here's the thing. I already said earlier that I sold weed. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Now, when you're a boss, you kind of are a pimp at the same time. Now, I repeat, if you are a manager or a boss or a CEO, you're kind of a pimp because you're literally, if you got employees, it's kind of equivalent to being a pimp. You could also say it's kind of equivalent to being a slave master, but we ain't gonna go there. Let's just go back to the pimping. Now, when I hire her, I'm hiring someone that's beautiful, a beautiful woman to actually help me actually with my job description of what I need done for my business, such as answering phone calls, being a customer support representative, um, and actually she would have to do some cold calling for me too, even though she probably won't like doing it because I don't really like doing cold calling. But that's what she'll need to do, and then she'll also need to clean the office up and stuff like that to make it, organized and everything. But this is what you do when this is what you do when you're on this level or anywhere up there when you have enough money to pay an employee. This is what I mean about you can, like, so, for the sake of everything, okay, going back to this, right? Now, here's the wonderful thing about Model Mayhem. I'm not off by using her because she's a model, okay? Now, I don't know if she's actually got any paid assignments, but I actually can hire her to be like, I can make a pop up shop and actually hire her as a model for today, for one day or whatever. So it's not the fair use of it is very fair because that's why I went to Model Mayhem. Okay, she might blow up because it's actually people that watch my channel that sneak watch that actually are well-to-do people and all kind of different people. But the thing is she probably gonna get phone calls from actually me giving her free advertising. But I'm just saying this to say basically, when let's just go into the interpersonal workplace dynamic. Now let's say she's single. Okay, you're already single. Okay, yeah, if it kind of cross over to like, let's go have some cocktails or whatever, or let's like I say, I'm a millionaire at this point. Okay, let's go hop on a plane and go to Colorado, you know, to Aspen. I mean, it can go there. It goes there every day. My grandmother, literally, my good godforsaken grandmother, that literally is how I was able to go fishing with my grandfather. Okay. How I was able to drive my grandfather's Cadillac is because of what I'm just telling you. I'm putting you up on game. Okay. So, I mean, basically, I say all of that to say primarily that that's why women are a commodity at some muted. They say my mic is mute. Okay, my mic is muted. I don't know where I left off, but basically what I was saying was that how my grandmother met my grandfather was that same type of workplace dynamic where my grandmother was like pretty much I want to say my grandmother was probably a 9, okay, in the face. I mean, and intelligent and can help she literally, okay, she literally helped my grandfather make more money. I mean, it was a situation where they met. She was his employee, and she pretty much helped run the store, and they got married and everything. And this is like what I'm talking about. I mean, basically, um you know basically this is what I mean by you got actually at a certain point you could hire a woman, and it's kind of like you're if you gotta have a game, you have to have a plan with it though. If she shoots you if she cocks up and shoots you, right, you have to not, you know what I'm saying, you have to let it go. You can't have no feelings, be no creep about it or nothing like that. If she ain't the one for you, you gotta let her do her job and do her role. Don't you know what I'm saying, trip about it or anything. Don't change the dynamic of the workplace, business relationship you guys had before you made an advance to her, because your ass will get sued for sexual harassment, okay? You'll be paying some money because you're a creep, because you're trying to actually do this. When I say doing this, I'm saying doing this as a way that you actually get, a way that you can kind of get women to work actually a pretty face around you, and possibly that leads to more. But that ain't the only way you can get women. If you got money already, I mean, you already are. If you halfway look decent, women are already out again. Okay, hold on. Can you? I think yeah, I'm good. I see the little waves of sound on my little icon or whatever. Okay, so I'm back cooking. All right, so what I was saying. before my sound went out is that, let me see if my sound is still good. Yeah, I'm still good. Let me turn this down a little bit so I can kind of hear maybe. So if my sound goes out, I can kind of tell. So like I was saying, you have people that complain that about women and stuff like that. But like I say, when you pull back the layers, it's some stuff that they still got to work on because money ain't gonna 100% do it for you, never. That's why I don't just focus just on money. So you got physical, and that's basically your let's just say your financial health. Okay, um financial health. Okay. My mom was a teacher, so I know how to spell a little bit. Okay. All right. So this is your financial health, physical. This word here. Okay. So then you got, goddamn it, physical, like physical fucking fitness, right? Your body, your body's health. Okay. So this is okay. Here's the thing about this. All right. Now I'm gonna mention other people that I follow too. Okay. So let's make this blue. Okay. So now I follow a dude by the name of Cousin Tito or whatever. This dude is basically a private dancer. And private dancers pretty much work on their body. Now, like I mentioned him before, but here's the thing. He primarily focused on basically he primarily focuses on physical body primarily more, and then also just intelligence, overall intelligence. But you can have a superior, let's just say superior body. Okay. It actually just, I mean, you already know, like, you got a superior body. I mean, women will be naturally attracted to you. Okay. Now, women are also attracted to you because you got a whole bunch of this. But even if you don't have that much, let's just say you just got you got you got a couple of these, right? Or maybe this, right? They will be attracted to you. They will be they will try to here's the thing. This is now I'm going into game and shit. Okay. So this is what it means by alpha fucks, beta bucks. Okay. It's an old thing, right? This is old as gray, right? So this is primarily what goes down. You got women that have sugar daddies that are very very rich, but they just get money from this guy. But they go back to the alpha dude, the body dude, the like guy that has the looks, the physique, the mannerisms, high masculine, physique, mannerisms. I mean, they still go to this guy. They'll even give the money to this guy from this guy that gives them, the sugar daddy. Okay. Now, I mean, when you're like, this is why I say, like, even when you're in elite status, if you don't deal with your body, first of all, you're gonna die. Because one thing about your health, by default, your health is your wealth, no matter what. It is. Because see, here's the thing: how many rich people is dead and gone? Okay, and once you gone, you gone. Like I say, my friend died yesterday, heart attack. He had a Harley Davidson. He had a nice house that he was renting, but he had a house, had a Camaro, okay, nice car. You know what I'm saying? Good credit, very good credit. had a little cane corso puppy. I mean, he gone, man. He gone, and was a year younger than I was. Okay, so it's levels to this shit, but it's also freaking, we in the month of Libra. It's scales. It's scales to this. Okay, so when you on the outside, when you just focusing in on money, and it's just money, is it? You on the bottom of the scale. Okay, you on the bottom of the scale. Okay, you want to be balanced. Okay, so how to be balanced is basically deal with both of these problems. You don't just deal with trying to get money. That's why people get all, they just focus on money, and then they, next thing they do, they work to 20, 30, 40 years, then they retire, and then they dead in 5 to 10 years after they retire, because you didn't work, because they didn't work on this, the being balanced. So you got to work on both of these if you can. It's kind of like moving with your left and right feet. When you're working on your money by going to work, working on your businesses, you're finding time to drop and do 10, drop and do 20, drop and do 30, do push-ups, and do knock out some stomach crunches. Go take a walk, or take a jog or a run, for like a 30-minute jog if it's not too cold or whatever. Or you get you a little bike, a stationary bike, and you ride that bike. Because see, here's the thing, this is why a lot of people go sideways. Now, I used to wrestle, I used to play basketball, I played baseball from the time I was my mom got me into, because I wanted to play baseball 9 years old to 16. So I played baseball from the time I was 9 to 16, but I really like playing basketball. At one time, basketball was like my religion. I used to play ball from lunchtime to about all night. I mean, when I was young and I was very skinny, I'm gonna show a picture on my community tab how skinny I was when I was in. Well, actually, I already did kind of show a picture, but I'll show a picture of when I was younger, because I used to play ball like 3 or 4 times a day. But when it comes to money, though, even if you're not necessarily a fit person, that was a picture of my T-shirt. This is one of my T-shirts. This is a Moorish chieftain in North Africa. Okay, but primarily, let me check to see if my sound is still good. Okay, my sound is still cooking. All right. So, like I was saying, if you just focusing in on just money, of course you got the money, but it's not enough, because you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna get older, and you can't sexually satisfy your woman. She's gonna go to this dude right here and get satisfied. Okay, and she gonna go to somebody like myself that has got money and got physical body is in shape or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna drop the bottom out of it. Because I mean, basically, you gotta be balanced right here. Okay, but I mean, that's enough talk for today. Like I say, I'm a lot happier, man. Very peaceful. I mean, I had some sound issues or whatever, but you ain't hear no babies crying and no music playing. I mean, I'm very, very happy about this freedom. I had to pay about 4 times what I normally pay, but the freedom is definitely worth it, to have better health, better mental, states and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that I'll have a better time with this right up in here. I'm definitely better to deal with my family and my friends being a lot more happier. and a possibility of this here, but um yeah, so yeah, I'm just, keep striving, keep one foot forward, and do both, definitely, get your health good, and get your money up, and you'll be great. You could do it. I mean, within a year I went from right here to right here. I mean, you could do it. I mean, if I could do it, anybody could do it. Um, I have to mention one thing I did do was I used my millionaire savings plan. So I talked a lot about that, and that's what I use. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, I got videos on my page with the millionaire savings plan, and that literally helped me. When I started my millionaire savings plan, I shot up here. Okay, and I probably most likely next year I'll be here. I'll be pretty much here because once, like I said, once I get to where I'm able to really solidly deal with the 9 to 5, which I'm pretty much doing, and then deal with the 5 to 12, or let's say 5 to 11. Just say 5 to 12, okay, and basically get that, you know, because I look at it like this. So you got the AM gangsters, and then midnight to 5 a.m. Okay, so you got your BMW and you got your Mercedes AMG, and then BMW M5. So if you just kind of like, cause Lee, I already got a Mercedes. Now I got to get me a. I got to see. So the thing is, I got to get me a BMW. Okay. So once I get that BMW, it'll click to me, like, you know what I'm saying. All right. Once I get off work, I gotta hit this motherfucking. I gotta hit this my business. Hit it hard, get some stuff done on my business, work my business shift, and get some stuff done. And before you know it, you'll pretty much, you won't even have to work no job, because your business gonna make some money for you. And if you know what I'm saying, you'll make, if not nothing else, you'll make the same amount of money you make from your job, from your business. Okay, so this is all I'm saying. This is self improvement talk. Um, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's see. Let me read these comments and see what's he saying. Asking for the size of penis. I don't think this is appropriate. What? Who was asking for the size of the penis? Um, I don't, I don't know what that was talking about, but yeah, sometimes I get explicit, but you know, yeah, I have to express myself, so I have to get in detail sometimes. I know because my first boyfriend when I was a super young was a multi-billion. God damn, you dealt with a billionaire. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. Uh oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would definitely go to Colorado for my for fun, if that's where if my assistant wanted to go. Um but I mean, I that's what I'll do. Maybe what I'll do for my next some of my next videos, what I will do, because I used to go to Model Mayhem quite often, and I would just, kind of look and see different women, just to kind of like, just kind of get a gauge of different women or whatever. I'll just do a video of Model Mayhem, and I'll just do a 7 Up hour, and I'll just I'll just pretty much go through women, and then just kind of like see what's, kind of grade them or whatever. But yeah, this is very exotic looking woman right here. I like her. She looks like, I don't know what is her bio. You see what her bio says. Cause when I was at home, like when I was on like house arrest, I ain't gonna lie, I used to go through. I literally went through the entire Model Mayhem portfolio, cause I needed something to do, and I was bored as hell. And this shit was like, it was a lot of women on here. Um, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But let's see here. Does she say where she's from or whatever? Let's see. I don't know. But yeah, she looks like she's been working with some people. But yeah, I'll probably do like a 7 Up hour, and then I'll go over Model Mayhem or whatever. So yeah, I'll do that. You know, that's what I'll do. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna close this one out. Let's see here. Yeah, I went on Model Mayhem, and then next thing you know, shoot, I got a bunch of people eyeballs. No, I ain't testing no women of the past. I was just going to like look over different women or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, this is just me just thinking or whatever. I'm not necessarily gonna do that. But I was just going to Model Mayhem to actually talk about what, like, if you wanted to hire someone to work for you, you know. So that's all. That's the only reason I was looking at Model Mayhem. Um, but yeah, I'm going to call it for the night. Um, I appreciate the input. Women of the past. If you have anything else, any questions you have for me, because I'm about to call it in. I gotta go to work tomorrow. So if you don't have anything, just gonna close it on out. Hope this is beneficial to everyone that is watching this on the Play Black. Definitely if my videos are helping you out, if it's if you have any critique of anything that I've said, don't hesitate to comment in the video below. And if it's really beneficial towards you, I definitely your support is definitely welcome. Cash App, because I shoot YouTube. I was monetized at one time, but YouTube said, nah, we ain't, nah, dude. We taking it. We pulling that off up under you, buddy. So I got Cash App all day long. Your support is definitely appreciated. If my videos are beneficial. So yeah, you have a good one, women of the past. Um you all you viewers that were watching this, hope all is well. I'm gonna close this one out later.